All right. We are live on the couch.
We should just keep the couch and then get one of the arms. We need to get arms.
Yeah. Yeah, the whatever table is a little bit too it hurts my back when we film, but anyways, welcome back to Qualified Dropouts. So, this episode we talk a lot about like things we go through, but we don't really talk about like ups and downs of. We really just talk about the good about entrepreneurship. We never talk about the downs. So we're going to give the cold, hard truth of the bad and the good. Now, before we talk about this, I want to speak for myself on this. The things that I say that are quote-unquote bad, they're also good, and I wouldn't trade my life for anything. Like, I would continue to go down this path.
I think you have to, understand that the bad is really just you, pushing the limits and, learning and becoming better. And I think that's what we know is, we know when we're super stressed out or have, really bad anxiety or something's going on. It's I feel like at the end of the day, we know we're going to get through it. We just hate how we feel in the moment.
Yeah.
And so it's I think this is going to be a good topic to really talk about, the ups, the downs, but mainly the downs and kind of what to expect going into entrepreneurship and also starting your own business. And then you either have to love it and enjoy it, or you'll never be successful in entrepreneurship.
It's truly not. It's true. It truly isn't for everyone. But I do think it's a lot. It's for a lot more people than what they may think. I think a lot of people could be successful entrepreneurs. They just don't really know. What goes into it and stuff like that. But anyways, let's start off with the bad. You want to start in with your list?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I have one. I think this is the biggest thing that you have to be okay with. And if you're not okay with, you don't like the insecurity of it, you'll never continue. And that's being okay with not knowing how much you're going to make every month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a big one.
I think that, honestly, that's the main one. I think that's the main, because it's we don't know.
Yeah.
How much our business really is going to pull in. We can have contracts in place. We can have guesstimations, but it's we don't know. We have our set bills we have to pay per month. And at the end of the month, we don't know if we're going to be we don't know 100% we're going to get that payment. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason why people like jobs is that security of they know how much they're going to make. And that's why they're okay with it. They know they're going to make that much. They know they're going to make a certain amount. And that gives them that secure feeling. But once you take that away and people are you don't know how much you're going to make, people can't handle that pressure.
Yeah.
Shoot, sometimes I can't handle that pressure. I'm I get really bad anxiety.
Yeah. Any more? You just want to go back and forth?
Yeah, that's my one.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have anything to add to that.
That was one of mine. And just to go off of that, however, like I stated earlier in this episode, that's kind of on the good side as well because, you may not know you're going to make, but that also means that you're able to make more than a designed, paycheck.
Based off your hours.
Based off, your hours worked. We'll get into that,
You don't get paid by hourly now. That's the difference. You get paid by...
That was a big change for me, dude, was...
It's weird.
It's really weird because it's damn. Because the checks randomly hit. Majority of businesses, your checks randomly hit.
It's not like you're getting a constant every Friday, every this on the pay periods, you're getting paid that much. It's
weird.
It is weird.
You get an email, it's okay, here you go. Next day, here you go.
Yeah, you're weird. Oh, wow. I didn't realize money was coming to my account. It came in. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's how it gets. It's you don't know when it's coming in. It just does. It says, okay, you add this much added to your bank account. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And you know what's weird? When I was buying my car, this guy, the salesman, I knew he was trying to sell me or whatever, trying to break down the payment periods. What we could do is we could break it down to when you get paid and everything like that. And I'm bro, I don't get paid every Friday. That doesn't work. That doesn't work for me because I don't get paid on every pay period or I don't have a pay date. I just get paid based off of selling and based off of coaching. It's super. It could be I could get paid $1,000 on Sunday or I could get paid $1,000 on Tuesday. It doesn't. There's no effect and there's
that was definitely one of the weirdest transitions for me. Because I was serving at a nice restaurant, so I was used to getting paid basically every single night for my hours. And it was weird because I would make some sales, I'd wait a couple days, and then like it would be reoccurring, and then like you wait a whole. It's very strange and different. Yeah, but so one of the bad is that you're not really going to get support from anyone at all. I know we talk about this a lot, but I think my mic's a little bit down actually.
Yeah.
Hello. Wait, am I on 2? Oh wait, no,
you're on 2.
That was yours. Yeah, so you're not really going to get support from anyone. So if you are very, very stuck in the I really care about what people think of me, one, that's like not a very good way to live anyway. However, some people are really never going to change out of that, which is perfectly fine. We definitely need sheep in this world too. But if you're really, really stuck in that, then entrepreneurship is definitely not for you because you're going to know very quick no one is going to support you, like even your mother or father.
The only people are going to support you is if you pay them money.
Yeah.
Like mentorship groups.
Yeah.
That's why I think they're important. I think they're important to be a part of. And you may not necessarily need to pay for one. I mean, you could find one that's like free, a bunch of guys, a bunch of friends on the same journey, sure. But, think of money as like a tool that you can gain access to more time. Like money's like a time traveling tool.
I actually have a funny story about that. I was on Instagram Live the other day, and one of the most popular questions I get now is, hey man, I'm 16, I'm from whatever, I need to know how to make money. And it's crazy because I hear like Tate talk about this, and now I don't even really post that much about money. I talk about more of like self-improvement. I'll talk here and there on like how to start business and stuff like that. But it's the same DMs from the same 16-year-olds. And it's funny because on Instagram Live, they'll ask me that, and I'm like, define money for me. And they're like, yeah, I don't really know. And they're like, but I just don't know how to make it. And I'm like, it's impossible to make. You don't make money. The Federal Reserve makes money. You don't make it. You just earn it. And you take it from people. That's it.
You got to find a way to put it from one person's pocket into yours. That's like what, once you understand that, you're like, okay, what can I do that's so valuable that it's going to take other people's money and put it in my pocket? That's it. And it's weird you bring that up too, because I was like thinking about that today, because I bought my car. I bought my car, and I'm like, I was like driving. I'm like, damn. I'm like, what do people think who like pay for my service and they see me buy this car? They're like, damn, like I paid for Ian's car. Like it's just weird to me. Like it's weird because when you own the business, like the money comes from the people, and then whatever like their money pays for the things that you want. When it's like you work for somebody else, the money goes to the owner, and the owner pays for your time. So you're just working at time, and you're taking it from the owner, but you don't care.
Exactly.
Because it's like you just take it from the owner and the business. It's like whatever. But now it's like when I buy things, I'm like thinking like, man, like do my client, like I actually kind of get a little guilt. Like I get like guilty, and I'm like,
I get it too. I get that too.
Because I'll like have,
especially when I first started.
Yeah, because I was like, I'd make money. I'm like, man, I went on this trip, and like I'm doing whatever I wanted, and my clients are like paying for it. Like that's it. And it's like I kind of got a little guilty today, and I kind of, I don't know, just felt very like weird because I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like, do they hate me for it? But then I realized how much I'm like changing their life, and I'm like, oh well. I mean, they want the change, and the person who they become through my program is like no one they've ever thought they would ever become. So it's like, to them, they're like, this is so worth it, because they'd rather, again, like I said, like money is a time traveling tool. They pay for a service to get results faster and see an improvement in life 10 times faster than if they were just trying to do it on their own. I mean, some of my best clients are like, they went from home workouts, not confident at all. Like literally, dude. They were scared to talk to me.
Yeah.
Now they go to the gym, they take videos of themselves, they take photos, they text me like, hey dude, I'm not even kidding. Like the way I felt today, I went through the holidays. Like I had a great, like people are complimenting me. Like I'm standing, I'm like talking out loud. My shoulders are high, chin's up. Like I'm confident in myself. Like they're like, I've never been like that before.
Yeah.
And they're, 30 years old, and it took them 30 years to be that way. But that's because they used money, time traveling tool, to pay for something that would then get them the results they want quicker. I think that kind of correlates with like mentorship groups and like people. Like when you pay for a mentorship group, you're paying to get the like everything quicker. You're paying to have that confidence. You're paying to get like for the results just to come faster because you're gonna learn something.
Mm-hmm.
Than if you were to do it by yourself and you just second guess yourself. I mean, I don't know. Doubt is a real thing. I think I still doubt myself for sure.
Yeah,
But
I kind of think I threw you off topic there when we started
Yeah.
talking about money.
Yeah.
It's just a fun topic to talk about because when you're stuck in the trap, and you all know what trap I'm talking about, you really don't know what money is whatsoever. People really, really don't know.
Like you think you need to save it, but it's like, I mean, I think saving to a degree is important, right?
I think everyone needs security. I think we really learned that this year firsthand.
Oh, for sure. I mean, to be honest, like, yeah.
That's something we really learned. Like, yeah, you need to invest back in yourself, but you still need some type of security in case some shit hits the fan. I'm glad nothing hit the fan that 1 month when I was really fucked. I invested basically everything into myself.
Dude, not gonna lie, I'll even
got
say
fucked.
I'm like in a horrible month right now. Last month was my worst month of the year, and like it screwed me over. But it's like whatever. Like I don't know. Like that's just you ride the waves. Like sometimes they suck. Sometimes they're the best time of your life. Like it doesn't really matter, and you have to be okay with it, and you have to understand that and I'm getting better at it, but like you just keep on doing the exact same things every single day. If you focus on the outcome and that defines your success, that's not the case. I have to keep reminding myself, okay, the outcome of making money is not going to make me happy. The outcome that I need every single day to make me happy is just doing the daily tasks that need to get done, and that's it. Whether it makes me money or not, I know it needs to get done. So,
yeah, that was going to kind of lead into my next thing is the self-doubt that comes with entrepreneurship. Now, I don't want to say that, like, you get it a lot, but it's something that you'll get at low points. And I think, I mean, everyone goes through it. I went through it a lot this past year when we would have bad months, or maybe we went on a cold streak for sales calls or something like that. And you have a lot of self-doubt where it's like, am I actually doing the right thing? Or is my program shitty? Like, is this bad? Because you take full ownership of your actions because you're the whole business owner. So there's a lot of, like, self-doubt that comes into it. Eventually, you do get better at handling it. But, I mean, even to this day, dude, like, everyone, I guess I can't speak for everyone. But for me personally, after being on my own for close to 2 years now, it's actually it's like a year and a half, year and 6 months ish. But
is it?
yeah, but
No, it's not.
yeah.
Oh, being on because you're talking about the time when you were living at like Tennessee too by yourself, paying for everything. Gotcha. That's fair.
So about a year and 6 months, but like
For me, it's been like 6 years.
yeah,
No, actually, since I've been 16, I've always paid. I've never been given anything.
yeah, but I forgot what I was saying. Well, no, I meant entrepreneurship. I didn't mean like having a job. I meant like entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
A year and 6 months.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I paid for everything too.
I got you.
Yeah. But I forgot. Yeah. So I still deal with self-doubt. I've just been better at handling it. And I don't think it's ever going to go away either. I think I'm always going to hit struts in my life where I'm going to be like, fuck, am I doing the wrong thing? Am I doing the right thing? I don't really know what I'm doing. But, you know, there was this chart the other day that I actually put on my Instagram story where it was like a day in the life of an entrepreneur. You wake up, you get your deep work done, and then, like, the chart goes back down. You're like, fuck, I lost a client. Okay, I just sold someone. Fuck, I had 2 more clients drop off. And then the chart goes down again where it's like, fuck, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. Then it goes up because it's like I just sent out a boss-ass email. And then it gets to like 8 p.m. and you're like, fuck, I love my life because I don't have to report to anyone. And I'm like, damn, that's so true.
It is. It's like
It always goes back up to the top because when you sit down after you've posted everything, you've got on all your sales calls, you've sent out emails, stuff like that, you sit there and you're like, damn. And just like that, I can do whatever the hell I want. I don't have to report to anyone. I don't have to clock out.
Yeah.
You can just do whatever.
That's true. It is kind of crazy how I don't know. I mean, that's the best part. Honestly, it's just like you work for yourself, and you don't have to, at the end of the day, we're like, man, on Tuesday, we're like, what do you want to do? Like, you want to just do some simple work and then go just do like. I mean, there's really like we don't have to be anywhere.
Right before we started this pod, or I was on Instagram and I was looking at Iman's story. This man's in Cape Town, smoking a cigar in this club playing chess on a Tuesday afternoon.
It's crazy. No, but it is kind of like funny because it's like middle of the week. Sometimes I'm like, man, I really don't have to do like. I go to bed when I want, wake up when I want, I get my work done. I know you're a very like. Go to bed at a certain time, wake up at a certain time, get things done. Honestly, I think I function better when I can, like, work whenever I, like, my energy levels. I base it off my energy levels and how I feel. Like, if I wake up in the morning, like today, I woke up and I was, like, going to get everything done in the morning. And I was like, dude, I feel horrible. Like, I just want to go to the gym. I just want to go to the gym. So then we went to the gym and then got our content, posted content.
Yeah, I think it goes a little bit with my like, creative juices. Dude, I am the most creative from about 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. fasted with just coffee.
Really? Because, like, me, it varies. Like, it'll be, like, I'll be great, and I can go for a walk, and then come back, and I have a bunch of ideas. And then sometimes I go to a walk, I come back, and I'm like, I'm brain farted, and I can't think of anything. I can't post anything. Like, I have no idea. So it, like, really actually depends on the for me, like, day by day. It's very weird. I think
that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It really, really varies. Because then, like, sometimes late at night is when I get all my ideas and I have to write it down. And then I'll make a post.
Yeah, I am the opposite. Dude, when that caffeine hits in the morning, I'm like, holy fuck, let's go.
Yeah, that's crazy. But, all right.
You need another bad.
Yeah, another bad. You know, I think another bad for sure is going to be never feeling like you're doing enough.
Ooh, that was mine.
Yeah,
I was just going to phrase it another way, but
yeah. Never feel like you're doing enough because it kind of ties in with, like, you don't know how much you're going to make. You don't know if you kind of tie your success to how much you make or when your next paycheck's going to be. Like, you just will get it, hopefully. So whenever you don't make any sales or you don't think you made any progress in your business, you feel like you never did enough, and then you'll work, like 12-hour days, or you'll work till like you're about to, like, you just can't take it anymore. Like, you'll work until, like, you're about to fall asleep, or you'll work until, like, you're so worried about it. I don't know. You just nonstop until you feel like you actually did enough, but then you won't. You're like, I just need to go to sleep and wake up tomorrow and do it again. And that comes down to, like, daily actions, which is super important to understand what your minimum daily actions is going to be. And then you can have, like, other action items you want to do. And if you don't complete them all, that's okay too. Like, I'm learning to be okay if I don't complete all of them. I still firmly believe that I work my ass off and, like, I'm working hard enough every day. When I have my set, like, I post this much, I follow this framework, I DM people, I set up calls. But, if one day maybe I did less work than the other day, like, that's okay with me. Because I still know it's not about doing as much as you can every single day. It is, but, like, to the extreme point of, like, it'd be like dieting super hard. Yeah. Like, you're like 1,500 calories, you're just dieting. Cheat meals, no this. Like, mentally you just get screwed, and what ends up happening, you binge. Like, you stop. Like, you just go completely off the tracks. You can't, you just can't stay consistent. And so I think for me, incorporating, like, cheat days or cheat meals or days where it's like, okay, mentally I'm just not there. I need to take a step back, do some work that's necessary, take a step back, and, like, enjoy the life I've actually kind of created for myself. Yeah. Instead of, like, always working.
Yeah, that's a big thing we started to learn, it feels like. And
if you guys know of any hobbies we should start hands-on, let us know.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments if you know of any good hobbies.
Bought a chessboard to play against each other. I'm beating Asher's ass.
Yeah, I'm not good at chess yet. That's what I was actually going to say. It's something that the Harmosis talk about a lot. It's something in us and entrepreneurs that feel like they're never going to be good enough. And that's something that hits me every single day. It's like I've hit all my non-negotiables post.
I was like, you're like, what if I do more now?
Yeah, but then it's like, the thing is, as I talked to you about this the other day, I didn't go to the gym because it was my rest day. I got my whole day done by 11:30.
And it's like, no matter how much more you post, like there is like a cap.
There is a cap for sure. There is definitely, like, the people that say the more you post, the more followers you gain is absolutely incorrect. There is a cap on what you can post on social media before the social media companies are like, okay, this guy's trying to use the algorithm to his advantage because he has too much time. Learn from me, because I was posting 12 times a day, and I was fucking that algorithm when TikTok first came out. That's how many times you could post.
Which worked.
And then I continued to do it, and my reach dropped tremendously. Yeah. And
I think setting up 2 to 3 solid informational videos or value videos every single day is so good on TikTok. Yeah. Like so I've cut back actually. I've been telling you, my account's starting to do really, really well. Like get bigger reach.
I only do like 3 to 4 videos.
And I top 3 videos, like literally I'll do 3 videos. And my reach is increasing and people are commenting and like it's perfect. Like it's literally the perfect amount. And because they're quality, they're value packed, you know, people can interact with them. Like it's perfect. Where whenever you try to post 12 videos a day, 12 new ideas every single day, that's a lot.
It was a lot easier back then because my engagement was through the roof, dude. I think it was to a point where I think I was just replying to comments at least 6 a day, kind of like how TNF does.
Yeah.
That was basically half my videos, and the other 6 were basically like series based. But yeah, so that's what gets me is like I never feel like I'm doing enough, even though I am. So I don't know, like the other day I got done with work at 11:30 a.m. and I'm like, well,
what do I do?
What the fuck do I do now?
Yeah.
So I kind of just do other shit, and it's nice because again, you know, you don't have to report to anyone or anything like that, but sometimes you get bored. Like I'm gonna be honest, you get bored sometimes. I mean, like you don't want to fill your life up with video games. You know, you don't want to fill your life up with, you know, screwing hookers or going out to clubs, you know, on Wednesdays, whatever. You know, you want to actually be fulfilling with your life. So, I mean, you get bored.
So what's your other, you can't steal my bad one. What's your other bad one?
Shoot. Should we reset it? I don't know. So, the last bad, and then we'll get on to the good. Let's see here. Let me think. Shoot.
So we've covered. Never feel like you're doing enough.
Never feel like you're doing enough.
Insecurity with paychecks, like you're never
insecurity with
guaranteed.
Paychecks, insecurity with friends and family, or feeling like you're never gonna fit in.
Well, opinions, like
opinion based.
Like you can't let anybody opinion.
Let's see here. So you may be different about this one to a point, but for me, I think another bad but can also be good is relatability with people. You're good at it because you were, you know, in the business for a while.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. So you can relate to a lot more people than me. For me, when people talk about a 9 to 5, I'm like, tell me about it. I don't know what goes on. Now, I can relate to college people about exams and stuff like that, but when it comes to corporate life and stuff like that, it's really hard for me to start conversations with those people. Like, for instance, that one girl downstairs.
I will say you are definitely like right about, because it's not even the topics that they're talking about. It's the limiting beliefs and the excuses. Because like we used to make the excuses of like we have to wait for this to happen. We have to wait for this. And like honestly, starting this podcast was like a prime example. Is like we don't have those anymore. So we were like, we want to start a podcast. All right, let's film it today. Like why do we need to buy shit? Why do we need to do that? Like film it, put it out there. We're gonna get better throughout time. It doesn't matter whatever happens. Mm-hmm. We're very like action oriented. We're not very let's wait and do this. And it's like,
like Tate says, thinking is for the girls, men act.
Yeah. No, but it's like that is true. So I think when we see people who are like, well, I need to do this, and I think that's why sometimes it's like it's not the right time. It's just the worst excuse in the world. I hate it. I hate that excuse. It's like it's not the right time. I need to wait for this. Like, no, you're just making excuses again. Like, I mean, because I don't know. Let's say what I like to do is look into the future, my future self, and be like, okay, 6 months from now. Let's say I do start a month later and it goes well and I'm continuing doing it. And 6 months later, I look back. What's the first thing I'm going to say? I'm going to say, damn, I wish I started a month earlier because guess how much more time I would have? Like, guess how much better I would have been?
You know what's crazy about that is me and Aaron with e-commerce. She was like, I wish I would have started this right out of college. And I'm like, yeah, same. That's all I was thinking about was I wanted to start that.
It's like, why did we wait?
But
like, why did we wait?
Yeah.
And, I mean, I could say that about me actually taking social media seriously. I made an account. I had a fitness account for like 2 years or 3 years. And I was scared because of people's opinions or I don't know what. I made excuses the whole time. It took me, 2 or 3 years to actually do something. And now I look back and I see these kids who are like 20, 21 pursuing it or even 18. And I'm like, damn, what if I did that when I started? Mm-hmm. Guess how much further ahead I would have been. Yeah. Guess like how many more systems I would have had in place. Guess how like much better my business would be. Mm-hmm. If I actually took it seriously and did it earlier. And so it's like, I just don't get it. Like that's the limiting beliefs a lot of people have. So if we go back to kind of what the bad is in a sense is people will make excuses and it's hard to relate to them because it's like, we used to do it. We don't do it anymore. We know why you're doing it. We know why you're saying that. And it's like, I also don't want to be rude and tell you like, hey, stop, like, don't be a bitch. You're just making an excuse.
Exactly.
But I'll say just do this. And then like, well, this. And it's like, okay. Then it's hard to hold a conversation with somebody when they do that.
Exactly. Because it's like this. It's always a full circle. It's like they tell you one thing and it's like, okay, I've been there. This is what you do. Yeah, but then this, and it's like, okay, I've been there too. You do this, and then this is the outcome. But then it's just like this the whole time.
It's like an excuse, and it's like, okay, I guess it's really gonna just take for you to like hit rock bottom, or really, really wait long enough for you to be like, oh, I don't care anymore to do it. I mean,
so that's probably my last thing is just relatability, and not even like on the sense of limiting beliefs, but like also like having time in the day to do shit, and it's like, yeah, I got to go into work, and it's like. Work your
Dude,
boss. I don't know. It's very very hard for me. But at the same time, I mean, like it's a good thing. On top of that, because you have something to talk about because y'all aren't the same. I would find it, in my opinion, I would find it very very boring if I was working a 9 to 5 and my future wife was working a 9 to 5. I think that would be pretty fucking boring, personally. I think it would be pretty boring. You wouldn't really have much to talk about. It wouldn't really be that exciting, but that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, I think relatability is a big thing. I think it's kind of like you just feel different because the struggles. Any person you meet that's in the normal, I guess, realm in a sense, and that's not an entrepreneur, whatever conversation you're about to have with them, or a topic they're going to talk to you about, for a fact you're not going to really be able to relate to it at all. You're just going to have to sit there and be like, oh, I see. Like, what's, like, you just will. It's just weird. It's weird for sure. I definitely believe.
I wanted to go back on the thing of fear real quick, about the limiting belief about starting real quick. So, the thing is a lot of people like to use the excuse of I'm scared to do it. I'm fearful of doing it, and it's like, I think I can speak for both of us on this, Ian. We're still pretty scared. Like we're. Yeah, pretty scared on a day-by-day basis. Are we going to make it? Are we not going to make it? And that's the thing is like it's okay to be scared. That shouldn't be the limiting belief there. It's fine.
We're not wealthy at all.
Yeah, like it's okay.
We're wealthy with time.
Yeah, it's okay to be scared and you're you have this fear of maybe not making it, whatever. But the big thing you got to look at is the macro of everything, and it's like, okay, well, in a decade from now, you're still going to be scared of doing it, and then you look back, and then you're like, fuck, well, that was my limiting strength, was I was really scared to do it, but now a decade later, I'm still in the same place, and I'm now 10 years wasteful of my life, you know? So it's okay to be scared. This was just a topic I had on my Instagram Live the other day.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good topic because it's like, I mean, yeah, it kind of comes down to like the right time and starting.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, prolonging it and waiting. The only thing you're losing is time. Nothing else is changing. Nothing's going to be the right time. The only thing you're going to lose is in the future, you lost time and you can't buy that back.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to buy it back. You can't once it's gone, it's gone. Like that's the most valuable asset is time. And so you can decide, do I buy my time in a sense of like, do I spend money to buy a course or get a coach or whatever to speed up my process and start now? Or do I spend and waste time making excuses to why I'm not starting? And then when you do eventually start, the first thing you're going to say is, man, why did I wait so long? I wish I started sooner.
Exactly.
That's everybody's logic. Whenever you're on your deathbed, what are you going to say? You're probably going to say, dang, why did I waste so much time worrying about this? I wish I just traveled more. I wish I did this. I wish I did this. That's all you're going to say on your deathbed. So, why don't you just skip over the part of waiting until your deathbed and just start now? It makes no sense. I don't get it.
Booby is being wow.
So I think that's just one thing we kind of learned is like, I don't know, waiting is just for losers.
Mm-hmm. So let's dive into the goods then. Before we wrap this up.
The goods. I mean, there's a lot of them. Freedom.
Yeah, you talk
the
about
best.
I gotta send out this message real quick. You talk about a good.
The best one is definitely freedom and like just doing whatever you want, having the freedom to not have to worry about any time commitments to anywhere else, and you know that the amount of money you make is all dependent on you. And if you know you're a hard worker and you know that you can rely on yourself and you're not a loser, like you're set for life. That's it. But I think freedom's a big thing. Dude, we just middle of the day, hey, you want to take a break? You want to go somewhere? Let's just drive. Let's go to the park. Let's go for a walk. Let's just do whatever. Like, I think one thing we're going to be doing a lot going in 2023 next year is really probably just like middle of the week, like go for go get like a hotel or Airbnb over in like Austin for a couple days and then work there and then wake up and then go do something over there and then go like and travel a little bit more.
Yeah, that was my first thing is freedom to do whatever the fuck we want. So 2022, I would say we definitely locked ourselves in our room the whole year. And spent a lot of money we maybe not necessarily needed to spend on ourselves. Business wise, not like materialistic wise.
Yeah, we have nothing. If you saw our house,
I think me and Ian are very, very, very good at spending money on things we actually need and not stuff we want. Our cars, we both have. Yes, we drive nice cars. I needed a car, literally, and I wasn't going to get some shit box. I don't care what fucking guru says, oh, it's a depreciating asset. What a fucking dork. Shut up. I'm going to drive a nice car. And if I can afford it, I'm going to buy it.
Well, I think that's also like
happy,
like making sure you're mentally happy too, because that'll drive productivity in the business.
100%.
And that's kind of why I got my car. Like
100%.
I spent so long. Like I was successful in my coaching business, and I'm like I'm really successful, but I wasn't buying. I literally did not buy like anything that was like cool or like that I deserved. I was just like. I mean, they're just repeating the same thing. I was driving an 09 Mazda, and I'm like, it's a shit box, and it just felt like I gained nothing. Like I spent like a year and a half of like grinding, and I'm like, I did nothing. I have yet anything to like nothing, and so I live in a cool city.
Nothing to like appreciate except like.
So I was like, fuck it. Buying my car, I was like, you guys are like, just go look at them. I'm like, if I'm going to look. I'm buying it today. Like that is, I told you, I said, dude, I'm getting a car. Like I am, if I go look at it, I'm getting a car today, and that's like whatever. That's why I kind of put it off. Cause I knew like once I drove them, it's like, you're going to drive it. No, you can afford it. Why would you walk away from it and say it's not that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So on the way to the dealership, I was just like, yeah, I'm buying this car. I'm buying a Mustang today. If not tomorrow, if these are the ones, like that's what's going to happen. But yeah, no, I mean, that's like the only thing we kind of own that's like.
Yeah, but besides that, me and Ian did spend a large chunk of the capital we built on investing back into our business, we maybe necessarily didn't even need, but we did, and we learned a lot from it. So going into 2023, I think we'll definitely have more capital to ourselves in order to enjoy more experiences with our freedom, because we didn't necessarily experience that our first year and a half of entrepreneurship. So that's something we'll definitely be experiencing this next year.
Yeah, I think we definitely learned. I think it was important to spend that money to also learn.
Yeah.
We invested into our business way too early.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because like we learn, you know what's weird? And I always just like think about it. It's like we listen to a lot of like entrepreneurs and mentors, and like they always say never hire too early, or like they always say like never. And it's like the amount of times I heard that, I'm like, yeah, I'll never do that. Like I get it.
We just didn't know it was too early,
and
until we got fucked.
And I'm like, damn. Like
We're
literally
like, damn.
now it's like, wow, we actually like did it too early. We did it at the wrong times, even though we thought they were right. And that just goes to show, no matter how long or who you listen to, you're gonna make mistakes because you're gonna think you're in a certain position where maybe you aren't. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a huge takeaway, because it's like you're only gonna learn from it. We learn from it. Like I don't think
we didn't like fail.
We didn't fail. We just learned like, oh wow. Now
it was a big lesson.
Now we know when we need to hire people and when we need to actually like invest in the business at certain, in different areas, and how to buy back our time. But before we were like, oh, we'll just buy it back, and it was like, well, this will just increase everything. It's like, but we had no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it was close to a $20,000 lesson. Close.
Let's see. Hold on.
Close to a $20,000 lesson.
Let's see. I mean, let's see.
Now, having said that, if we would have...
we spent over 20K.
Yeah, it was probably close to like 25.
$25,000.
Yeah.
Gone.
It was close to a $25,000.
That makes me sick.
Yeah. Close to a $25,000 lesson.
That's a lot of money, guys. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but...
to us, at least to me. I mean, I know other people like 25K, it's nothing. I'm like, 25K to me, that's like, we could have paid off our car.
Yeah. Yeah. We could have.
Instead, but
it's all right.
Tax write-off.
Yeah. So I think we'll close it out on this good. So the good, and this is probably the best thing for entrepreneurship ever, is you have the ability to make more money than what you could ever dream of ever. And this is solo-handedly the best thing that comes with entrepreneurship, because you don't have a cap on, commission on, if you're a salesman. You don't have a cap on salary. You don't get a fucking 2% raise.
Think of it.
No.
There's 350 million people in America. Imagine if you just sold all of them a $1 item. That's $350 million right there in your pocket. Like, that's the perspective you need to have, and realize that, like, you need to sell everybody $1.
Mm.
And you see these people have millions of views on one video.
Yep.
Like, you got to be able to learn. Like, you have the freedom, but with going into entrepreneurship, you just need to be okay with rolling with the punches. And if you can do it, and you have the mentality, be like, yeah, like, no matter what happens, I'm still going to just keep on trying. Like, who cares? What are you going to do? Go back to a fucking loser job and be like, yeah, I tried it, and, I failed. I just gave up. You didn't fail. You gave up. Like, imagine telling everybody that.
Yeah.
That you need to imagine.
You go back to flipping fucking burgers at McDonald's. Why are you here? Oh, I tried my business and it fucking failed.
Yeah, so I gave up.
The fuck?
It's like,
wow. That's shit.
But once you start, though, you're not going to do that, because you're going to get a taste of what, like, real freedom is. Yeah. And you're going to be like, I am never going to do anything to ever go back. Like, I'm terrified to have to get a job again.
Yeah.
Like, I actually won't. Like, I will go homeless before I get another job, to be honest.
We were downtown. Was it me and you, or was it? Oh, no, it was me and Tina. We were downtown. We were driving to, I forgot we were driving. We stopped at the stoplight. We saw like 12 or 13. They were like college graduates getting their little 9-to-5 job. And me and Tino, we said at the same time, we were like, that's my biggest fear. We said at the exact same time. because they all had these little button-down shirts, their khakis, their loafers, walking into this big-ass office. Me and Tina looked at each other. We were like, this is my biggest fear. And I'm like, dude,
once you get a taste of freedom, you'll do anything to keep it.
Me.
You'll do anything to keep it. And I think that's when the real, like, dog inside of you comes out, to the point where, like, you will adapt and you will literally become a menace and, like, become so obsessed to the point where, like, you aren't scared of anything. Yeah, I think people just need to get a taste. Once you get a taste, you won't stop. I mean,
sometimes I wish my life's not even that great. All right, my life is fucking fantastic. I love everything about it, but like, there's still a lot of shit I go through. However, I still think my life is so much better than people that work a 9-to-5 job that are in my shoes. I wish they could live my life for a day. I wish they could wake up at whenever the fuck they want, do my job for a day. I bet they would want to quit their job the day they get back into their body.
Yeah,
seriously.
That's like, yeah. Like a day in the life, just like
a day in life. We can. I don't want to switch bodies with you, but you can have my body for a day. I'll go up to heaven, see God real quick, and then come back and be in my body. You can have my body for a day just to have the taste.
Yeah,
and
I guarantee you, like, whole perspective would change.
Yeah,
and it's like, wow, that's all you do.
Wake up at 8 a.m. Wait, I only have 3 hours of work to do. Wait, let me go drive my sports car downtown. Oh wait, I want Chipotle now. Okay, I'll go there. You know, like, it's completely different.
Yeah. I'm going to go grab some steak, cook some lunch, have a nice steak, some eggs.
Yeah. 3 p.m., I feel like watching The Office. I'll watch The Office real quick. You know, like, do whatever the hell you want.
Go work out whenever you want.
But, yeah, I know we didn't get into the goods that much.
We're not trying to brag about our life.
Yeah, we're not trying to brag.
We're trying to make you realize that, like, once you get a taste of it and, like, understand that you can do this, like, that's what's going to happen. Because we are not, like, okay, you could call us successful, but we're not, like, that successful. At least I'm not. We haven't made an insane amount of money. We don't have an insane amount of money. I still don't define success in that sense, but I know a lot of people do, like, oh, how much money do you have? That's one thing that kind of irritates me. I don't like measuring people or, like, defining your success just on,
I actually just talked about that in a YouTube video about defining success.
Yeah, we could probably talk about that next week. But I think if you're only I think it's important to, like, care about money and be really, really rich, but also, like, you know, money is the most powerful tool. We kind of talked about it last week. Is the most powerful thing in the world as of now. But I think there comes a, like, don't compete against other people of, like, how much money you have. Don't try to brag with how much money you have, because then you literally have nothing else to yourself. You're just a piece of shit. Yeah. You have no message to the world.
Yeah.
All you'd care about is how much money's in your bank account, and then you think you're better than other people because they made, you made 80 and they made 120. It's like, who cares?
Yeah. Doesn't matter at all. Yeah, success is defined in multiple different ways.
Yeah, we're getting off topic. But
yeah, we'll talk about that. Well, no, I wasn't going to go into it. We'll talk about that next week. Yeah. But that is all for this Potter. Guys, we're on Spotify now, so check us out there. It's in the description. Make sure to follow us over there so you can do your cardio, or
maybe we do some questions next week too.
Yeah.
But then, like, you know what we could do is we could say, all right, like, what do you guys define success as? And then we could talk about what people answered or break it down. Yeah, that's what we'll do next week. Yeah, check me and Ian's polls this next upcoming week starting on the 6th of December. Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Another episode out.